Oh, man.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? Little bits outdoors. Help, hello. What's going on, Adam? What's going on, Bob? How you doing, buddy? Lewis, Isaiah is the best. I'm trying to get this little pretty shaky. 1 second here. We're crooked. Hold on. A little bit better. All right, little roll call. Where we at here? Bob, Lewis, Isaiah is the best. Sam Jensen, Berk, the Great, Chase, Scott, Team Jesus. What's going on, buddy? Long way till spring. I know, man. Kind of got a little teaser day today. It was kind of nice out. But I think tomorrow's high is only 34, getting down to 18. So, what's going on? Rich, Bassin, 227, Fisherman, Floyd, Alan, Berk wants to fish. Little bits outdoors. Not bad, man. Not bad. At the chiropractor a couple times today. That's why I'm late. But other than that, not doing too bad. What's going on, Duke Boy? What's up? Here in Jersey, wishing for spring. What's going on, Ed? How you doing, buddy? JBL. What's going on this wonderful evening? Vikings fan, 1235. Clinton, what's going on, buddy? Zachary. What's going on, James? How you doing, bud? I just got a few notifications, actually, before I got on here. Seeing you watching some more of the older videos, dude. That's pretty cool. I really do appreciate that. What's going on, Andrew? We already got 40 people on here. If you guys have not hit the thumbs up yet, please do so. Really do appreciate that. Fisherman Floyd caught 2 saw dogs tonight. Saw dogs. What's that, man? What's going on, Bill? How you doing, bud? It was pretty nice today, dude. And I'm 20 minutes from St. Louis. Like I said, it was in the 50s today. Hello from Branson. You dog. What's going on, buddy? I think tomorrow that was what? High 34, low like 18, 19. Dad bod, what's up, man? Matt says, when are you moving to Table Rock? Gonna miss you in the Metro East. Well, it all really depends on the channel. I mean, there's a couple other things in the works that might get me down there sooner. But, you know, basically waiting on the channel to just take off just a bit more before I take the plunge and quit my day job. So we'll see. I mean, I think I'll know for sure what I'm going to do this year. So Alan says, nice shirt, man. Bass Geek is a cool dude. Oh, Bass Geek is a cool dude, man. He's my dude, him and Debo, which it's possible. I talked to Debo last night. It's possible next week me and Debo could be doing a live stream on his channel on Wednesday, I believe. It all depends on my work schedule next week. If it's too cold for me to work on Tuesday, then I got to work on Wednesday. So we'll have to see how it goes. But as of right now, we are planning to do a live stream on his channel next week. Sam, I'm in Illinois. I'm only 20 minutes from St. Louis. Stoney's dead. Not spring yet, but I wish I could just go to sleep until it was. No kidding. Oh, Sauger. That's cool. That's cool. NRT. Hey, what's going on, buddy? How you doing, man? Mama's always said, what's going on, Mr. Junkie? What's going on, buddy? So, are you guys still fishing? I'm sure you're all looking forward to fishing. We know that. A little bit outdoors. I am a young fisherman just now getting into. I learned a lot from your videos. That's cool, man. Do appreciate you watching the videos. Daddy Mike, Fluke Bite is on. No kidding. Very cool. I haven't even been out in a while to even check the water temp. Sure, it's cold. I think what's kind of screwy right now, I mean, the bigger lakes obviously are going to be thawed. But normally this time of year, and even the beginning of spring, I'll just go to the ponds. And I was even thinking about going to the pond yesterday, but the few around me here, they're iced over. And then we'll have a day like today where I didn't have time to get to the lake, but it was probably thawed today. But now tomorrow, being only high of 34, getting down to like 18 or 19, this weekend again, I'll have ice on it. So it's like there's that small window to maybe fish around here, unless you go unless you go to the bigger lakes. But other than that, there's just a big enough sheet of ice or thick enough sheet on the ice on the lakes to where you really can't get a lure through it. You can't ice fish, obviously. So it's like a hit and a miss, you know. As going on Saturday, just tied on that Guggen spinnerbait. That's cool. Very cool. Chuck says, you skipped my shake and bake comment. I didn't see it, buddy. Shake and bake comment. I was just joking about the camera. Hope all is well. Caught a 28-inch pike today. Very cool, dude. Very cool. Oh, I didn't see your comment. Yeah, I'm just on a little, like, I don't know, picnic table type deal here. And it's a folding table. So, and I'm using the YOLOTech power box with like a little 10-inch stick. And I'm using my phone, of course. And in the middle of the table, it doesn't lay completely flat, so there's a hump. But then on the side, it's kind of on an angle. I don't know. I need to think of something a little bit better for this. But as of right now, that's what we're rolling with. Chewbacca, giveaway tonight. What do we got for you guys tonight? Giveaway tonight. If you guys donate for the Super Chat, we have a couple Z-Man Power Finesse jigs. We got BD Series Boy Ducket Jerkbait. We got a couple packs of Mustad football heads. We got some Mustad, the bullet jig head. And then we got the 3D Vibe lipless from Yozuri. So that is the giveaway for tonight. If you guys do donate, that is the giveaway. And if you do donate, stay on to the end of the chat because we always pick a winner live. Mike says, up TJ, can't believe it, but work is bringing me back to Illinois. He's not looking forward to those winters again. No kidding, dude. Be honest though, man, it's years ago it was much worse. You know how you always Facebook always gives you like the flashbacks and all that. And it was like a few weeks ago, like 8 years ago was the memory. And I want to say it was like 8 degrees for the high that day, and low was like in the negatives or whatever, but as the years go by, I mean, winters really aren't that bad here. You know, at least not as as bad as they used to be. So it's not all that bad. I mean, I still sucks being here, but I mean, it's just not as bad as it was as far as cold weather goes. What's going on, Jamie? How do you, buddy? What's going on, Scott? Same one we got. I'm in Missouri, in Lake St. Louis, and when you said today was a tease and tomorrow we are back to it, I was like, same here. Yep, dude. Yeah, I'm not far from you at all, man. Got my first BFL tournament a month from today at Table Rock. No kidding. Love that lake. Hope you make it down there soon. Me too, man. Me too. I'm working on it, dude. I'm working on it. Let's see here. Not yet 32 outside Chicago. Ready for another great trip. You're in Hazelwood? Yeah, you're not far from me at all. I'm trying to think of where I used to live in. I've been in Illinois for, I think, since I was in 4th grade. And I'm trying to think of the area I lived in St. Louis. It was, you know what? Bell Fountain Neighbors is where I used to live, actually. Andrew, do you know if pro anglers modify their trucks mechanically to haul all their gear and boats? That's a great question. I honestly don't know, but it's kind of funny you should even mention that, because I was kind of looking at some pictures for that reason, just because, I mean, my truck is stock for the most part as far as suspension and all that goes. And I did put a cap on there, which really didn't affect how the truck sags. I got a deck system for it that I'm getting ready to install. I believe that's around 200 pounds. And, of course, you're going to have stuff on that as well, then if you're towing a boat. But I was looking at some of the pros' setups, and you can see the back of their truck sagging a little bit. But, I mean, they're going to have a heck of a lot more gear in their trucks than I'm going to have, obviously. But I was wondering that myself, though, if once I put the deck system in there, load it up, and towing the boat, if I'm going to have to get some sort of lift to kind of compensate for that weight. But I'd imagine some of the pros probably do beef up their suspensions and things like that. I'd imagine so. I thought, to be honest, Kicking the Bass TV, if you guys have seen some of his videos, I'm sure you have. He's got a pretty decked out truck and all that. And I thought he said, you know, because he has some sort of like storage system in the back of his truck, as well as pulling his boat and all that. I thought he said maybe he'd put, don't quote me on this, I thought on one of his trucks he put airbags or something on there to help compensate for that weight. So I would imagine some of the pros do it. I'm sure some leave them stock and don't care, but I would think some do it. White Whale, what's going on, TJ? Hope you and the family are doing awesome. Stopping in to say hi. Show some support and smash the thumbs up. Dude, you're awesome, man. Us Midwestern content creators got to support one another. Appreciate you, brother. I tell you what, you guys can do too. You know, I mean, this, obviously I'm hosting the show here, but we're all on here just to talk to each other. So if you guys have YouTube channels, you know, yourself, just like White Whale does, you guys can post those links in the comments. If you guys want to help each other out, sub to each other, I mean, I don't mind at all. I mean, again, we're all just on here to hang out and chat. We all can answer the comments and all that and questions. I mean, like I said, I'm just hosting the show, but you guys can do whatever you want to do. If you guys have a channel, feel free to post it here in the comments and sub one another. Chuck says, yeah, but they caught my second pike. That's cool, man. Very cool. Sam Jensen says, nice bill. That's super close. Nice bill. Nice bill. That's super close. Chilly in Texas, but still fishing. Cold here. Daddy Mike, do you have a separate channel where you just fish? No, everything's pretty much on this channel. I mean, there's quite a few fishing videos on this channel if you search through them. I haven't had a fishing video on here in probably a month or at least probably 2 months, I'd imagine. You know, when this channel really first started out too, I mean, there was really no intentions for it to be an actual fishing, like actual fishing channel. I was more into the tackle and doing gear reviews and things like that, you know, reel cleaning. That's kind of stuff that I like to do. But you always have those guys that always say, oh, you got all this tackle and you don't catch any fish, you know. So after a while, those comments started getting to me. It's like, you know what, I'll go ahead and put out some fishing videos. And obviously, it helps to back it up when you do a review. People know that you actually used the equipment. I would never put out a video on a product without using it. Obviously, if I did one in the past and I didn't have fishing videos out, I used the product before I actually did the video. But I know some guys want to see the proof as you're doing the review. They want to see the fishing in with it. I get that. But yeah, when I first started this, I really never had any intentions of actually doing fishing videos. It's just going to be, you know, tackle type stuff. But yeah, I do dabble in the fishing videos from time to time. I'm going to get more into that this coming year. And we were talking about trout fishing last stream. And I did settle on, if you guys remember, I think I was leaning towards the 6 weight. And I put my order in last night. I actually thought about it all week, talking to other guys, talking to some of you guys. Some of you guys did message me, which I really do appreciate that. And we did settle on a 5 weight, and I went 5/6 size reel. So that would be the fly combo that we went with. I also picked up a bunch of other ultralight combos. Like, so once everything comes in, we'll go over it all. And this is going to be a learning experience for me. I mean, I don't know the first thing about trout fishing and all that, so you know, we'll just kind of take it video by video, show you guys kind of what I'm working with. Then I'll need some input from you guys as well as far as baits and what I should be throwing on what. I just tried to get a variety of rods. So if I just cannot fly fish, I have something else that I can use. If that don't work, I got something else I can use. And we'll just take it, like I said, video at a time, and we'll figure it out. And yeah, it should be fun. But like I said, I'm going to need a lot of help from you guys. Sam says we should go fishing sometime, man. We'll see what we can do, man. If my schedule stays the way it is this year, I should have plenty of free time to be able to meet up with some of you guys. I'd love to do a meetup as well somewhere. I guess it all depends on this whole COVID disaster, how that goes. But it would be cool to do a meetup as well, a little meet and greet type deal. Barrick, great. We just have ice on our lakes here in Nebraska and not a fan of ice fishing too much. You know what's funny too, though? I did order a couple little ice rods, and I really doubt that it's gonna get cold enough here to have ice thick enough for us to ice fish. But I'm just thinking, you never know. I may travel north a few hours, or even have them ready for next winter time. That way, I'm prepared to have them. Again, I don't think it's going to get cold enough here for ice that thick, but it still may be able to do some traveling and do some ice fishing too. I think I at least want to do it once just to try it, but I think I'd rather be real close to the bank when I'm doing it, just in case I do go in. What's going on, Doug? Yeah, so man, sorry I got on late, dude. I know you have to go to bed early, but like I said, I just got back from the chiropractor. I was late getting here, so I had to change the time tonight to 7:30. But I do appreciate you tuning in, man. Yeah, I mean the rivers would be good to fish, and I know the bigger lakes won't be froze over either. But I have a lot of other things going on usually during the wintertime where I just don't mess with fishing too much. I figure it's going to be tough, so I just figure heck with it, and I hit them early come spring, you know. Hank Snow, howdy TJ. Weather been real nice lately, not too cold. Hitting the alligator chain on Saturday and Toho on Sunday. Dude, catch a couple for me, man. Chuck says very thin ice, not very much safe ice. Zach says in Florida fishing for a few weeks, way better than snow. Yeah, no open water in North Dakota. What is your favorite plastic? Like plastic, like type of plastic? I'm going to say definitely a craw. I mean, I like a hog type bait, like a power hog, but a craw or even a tube. I don't throw a tube as much as I used to. I need to toss that more this year because I used to do like awesome on a tube. But I feel a craw is probably the most versatile soft plastic out there because you can make it look like many different things, just how you work it and just changing color. So I'm going to say a craw. And I like, Rage Craws, Vile Craws, the Yum Craw, Pappy. I mean, there's a ton of different awesome craws out there. What's going on, Sean? How you doing, bud? Mama's always said, I went fishing 2 weeks ago for the first time since the last week of October. I've been recovering from surgery on my right shoulder. No kidding, man. How's that doing now? How do you win those baits? Daddy Mike, there should be a little deal on the bottom. If you donate, you're entered in the giveaway. And then at the end of the stream, we pick a winner. Matt Thompson, stop by to smash the thumbs up. Hey, any word from Fish Monkey or Kuma by chance? Last week, I hit up Fish Monkey again, and they replied back to me and asking what you wanted. And like I told them, it was just a $75 prize package that you won from them. So they were supposed to pack that up and get it out to you. And I did talk to Dave as well. He set those reels aside to ship. I'm not sure how often they do ship, but you're good to go as far as Fish Monkey and Kuma goes. They should be on the way to you, I'd imagine. But just make sure you hit me up, dude, next week as well. If you don't get them, I'll make sure I stay on. I want to make sure you get everything that you're owed. But yeah, I did talk to him, though. It should be on the way. We have 76 people on here. If you guys have not hit the thumbs up, please do so. Really do appreciate that. Tom's in the house. Howdy, good evening. All of the small lakes around me have shed their ice. Water temps are 37 to 39. Very cool. Yeah, I was out yesterday, and they're still iced over, but today I definitely would say they're thawed. But I'd say after tomorrow, they're going to have some more ice on them, man. We had that one little teaser day. Get cold again tomorrow. I think I've seen like low at like 18 or 19. Scott says, other than Table Rock, what's a good lake to fish in our area? I'm 50 miles from St. Louis. The main two lakes, I mean, they're not great that I fish. Other than that, Coffeen, I don't fish that as much anymore, but I like Coffeen Lake. Kincaid Lake be another good one. Table Rock, though, Table Rock that's 4 hours for me. What's going on, Heavy Arms? Bob, appreciate $2, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. Pour from Buying Mustad. Oh, did you put your order in, dude? Normally I get a notification when guys use that code. I don't think I got a notification on that one unless you just did it. You are entered in the giveaway, though. Were the triple grip hooks, were they still out of stock? Sam says, I know where that's at. What kind of truck do you have? It's a 2020 Ram Laramie. Get air suspension, no issues. Well, to be honest, you guys know that I had a truck sponsorship before COVID. And to be honest, I had a Ram Rebel before. It was a 19 Ram Rebel. That truck was a sponsorship deal. And then the first 2 months that I owned this truck was a sponsorship deal as well. But then COVID screwed all that up. But I do have possibly another truck deal in the works. So if I have to end up having to get a different truck, then yeah, I may look for something with an air suspension on it. Because I know those Rams got them. Let's see here. John says, busy tonight. Can't watch the live stream. Have a good one. No problem, John. Appreciate you tuning in, buddy. Fishing Fat Man, what's going on? Dad Body. I know Scott Martin has a giant lift on his truck. And most of the guys, I would say, do have a pretty big lift. Beefy tires and all that on there. What's going on, John? Hit the like button. What's going on, Dad? How you doing, bud? I'm able to walk again. Mr. Merch did a number on me. I'm not doing too bad. Vinny went and Becca went, so he got three people in there tonight. What's going on, Jacob? I put helper string on rear of my truck. Jigging with Jack. Here is a GoFundMe for a kid I am helping get some fishing gear. He is not able to get any right now. Here's a link. Please go help him out. Andy G, hey man, you're the latest. Hey man, your latest Plano box videos have been fire. Looking forward to the jig box. I'll be making that one tomorrow, man, and I think I'm going to put that up on Saturday. So we will have a Saturday release coming up for you guys. I was supposed to get it done today. I was actually at 2 chiropractors today. So yeah, just the time that I had to make the video, I didn't get a chance to do it. So I'm going to make that one tomorrow, and that will be up on Saturday. See here. Chris. Yes, a bass fish. Doug, appreciate $5, buddy. You're entering the giveaway. What size weight retainers do you use on Plano Edge terminal tackle upgrades? What size weight retainers did you use on the Plano? Oh, the 36. I just grabbed a couple out of the large, or the 3700 series terminal box. But let's see here, this one here, the ones that hold there's 3 of them, I believe. One holds like the quarter, 3/16 really good. Then the other one holds the 3/8 and half. And then there's a bigger one as well. So I didn't get the bigger one. I don't know the actual sizes of them. But again, I didn't get the real big one that holds, like I said, I guess the 3/4, 1 ounce, things like that. So the 2 smaller sizes is the one that I put in the 36 boxer. Do you showcase small time bait makers? What do you mean? What do you mean showcase? Like if you send me something, will I show it? Is that what you mean? If you have a website, dude, feel free to post it up here on the comments. Guys can check you out. Make sure the 5.6 is balanced. We'll see how it feels, I guess, when I get it in, dude. Like we talked, it's going to be trial and error, I'm sure, this first time around. James, I really learned a lot from your videos on reel maintenance. How about an update video for the new reels? Yeah, you're not the first one to ask for that, and I definitely need to get that done. But, I mean, how I do those reel cleaning videos, I mean, the cleaning itself takes me about 4 hours or so to do it. Then you count in all the camera work and things like that. I mean, it takes a lot longer to do those than just a standard video. I do need to make time to make those videos. I just don't have the extra time for that kind of video at the moment. But I even bought one of those supersonic cleaners, and to really do it much better than I did before. But again, I just don't have the time right now to get that done. I need to find time though for it. I know one guy keeps hitting me up about the Tatula SV. So if I do another one, it would be on that reel, because that's the one I get asked about a lot. Jacob says it's thick enough in northern Illinois. When ice fishing, you need a shanty in case of beer. Are you going to get Carl's tackle insurance? Tackle insurance. Not even heard of that, dude. What is their tackle insurance? Sloan Factor, what's going on, buddy? Bass are smacking down here on Okeechobee. Very cool. Is there any kind of baits that you want to use more this year? Good to see you again. You too, Tim. I'd like to get, I mean, I said this last year, I'd like to get into more finesse, but that never really pans out just because I don't like to fish that way. But I would like to get into more Nico rig and things like that. Drop shot, which probably not drop shot so much. Probably more Ned rig and Nico rig if I had to pick two finesse deals that I really like to get better at and do more of. Definitely not a drop shot kind of guy, but yeah, we'll see. I got plenty of new square bills and things like that that I like to try out, hard baits and things like that. But I would like to get into more finesse. Scott says lakes frozen solid in central Michigan, but rivers are still open. I stick to the open water. Can't sit around and fish through a hole. I hear that, dude. Jigging with Jack, are you okay if I put a link? Yeah, dude. Put the link in the chat, man. Oh, my wife here is saying you can try to put the link in there, but YouTube may knock it out. Wilton, the next video on the pond bag will be on Saturday. Oh, they're still back ordered, Bob. No problem, man. What's going on, Rob? River Bass TV. Ram Rebel, yeah, dude, it was an awesome truck. Looks like a tech shop. I'd like to get one of them. I mean, they're expensive. Those TRX, that thing is awesome. There's another channel that I watch, Street Speed 717, and I think he's one of the first to get the Rebel or the Ram TRX, and like he's already kind of destroyed. Reminds me a lot of Whistling Diesel. I don't know if you guys watch him or not. I don't watch him too much, but I think that's kind of the way Street Speed is going with this TRX. I mean, he's basically got it destroyed. Let's see, grabbed. Let's see, I grabbed one of the 10,000 fish swim baits today. Can't wait to throw it. We got a couple of those right here. You guys seen those? These were just released. Dad, you can go ahead and drop a link if you'd like in the comments, and there's always a link down in the description. We have two different sizes here. 10,000 fish headhunter. These things are pretty slick. You guys see that? This one here is the, what we say, 4 1/3 inch, 1 ounce. I mean, nice looking bluegill imitator right there. That's pretty slick. And this one here is, let's see here, the crappie carbon. That color was a license to gill. This one here is carbon crappie, 3 1/4 inch, 1/2 ounce. We'll do a little side-by-side comparison as well for you guys. These will be great for the ponds. There's the crappie there. I mean, nice looking bait there. Well, side-by-side for you guys. Very cool. We'll do a video on these as well, though. Let's see here. Hey, TJ, what are your thoughts on the... Oh, yeah, we just talked about that. Phantom fishing chiropractor. Oh, boy, setting of excuses on why you lost fish this year. And it's a... Dude, get out of here, man. I thought you were supposed to have your live stream on Tuesday. What happened to that? Sloan Factor, this thing, any video of a tattoo SVTW would be great. I'm trying, dude. I'm trying, man. If I can get some extra time, that's the one I'm doing. Are you looking for like a full breakdown, or you just want to see the internals? James, appreciate $5, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. If those planos crack, you can use a solder gun to melt the plastic back together. It's a great tip. Are you going live? I'm getting hit up on Instagram here. Yes, I'm already live. Ed, appreciate $5, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. Thanks for the latest Plano box series, helping me get the tackle weight down on my kayak. Very cool. Yeah, the fourth one will be up on Saturday. Sloan factor, I know, dude. Like I said, I'll do my best to get it out. No promises. I mean, I've been saying this now for a few years. But if I do have the time to do one reel, it will be the Tattoo SV. Phantom, is there any way for you to join? What if you can join this stream? How would that work? Let's see, 8 inches of ice. No kidding. What has been your best new bait last year? Best new bait. I'm gonna say probably Yoda worm. That's a fantastic trailer killer shaky head bait. We got one of those around here real fast. Yoda worm. If you guys haven't seen these, you can pick these up at Carl's as well. And a killer little chatterbait trailer. I think they're awesome. Like I said, shaky head, Texas rig. That was a good one, man. Let's see here. How do you even get a truck sponsorship? I'd like one. Maybe we'll go over that. If I end up landing this next deal, maybe we'll go over that, how that all works out. What's your favorite pre-spawn giant bass lure? This is something I think me and Debo were going to talk about if we end up doing our stream next week. But for me here, I mean, it's really just the lakes that I fish. There's plenty of clear water in Illinois. Just where I'm fishing is not clear. And so if you're going to, like, put it this way, there is no side fishing where I'm at. I mean, the water's always stained up, pretty murky to muddy. So no matter the time that I go out, I'm always using search baits. Doesn't matter if it's a square bill, big spinnerbait, chatterbait, whatever the case may be. And I'm going out early when the water's cold. I love a chatterbait over the spinnerbait, but it really doesn't matter. I'm always using a search bait to find fish. And then once I catch a few, if it's close to the spawn or whatever, I mean, just examining the fish, looking at their tails can tell you something. If they're starting to get beat up and all that, you may want to work that area more. There could be some spawning fish in that area. Then you can slow down and drag a plastic or whatever the case may be. But for the most part, it's always going to be moving baits for me where I'm fishing. Like I said, there's plenty of clear water in Illinois, just not where I'm fishing. So I'm big on the search baits till I find fish. Swim baits work as well. I like a 5-inch swim bait, whether it be like an Exo Swim, Kitech, or whatever the case may be, just a bigger swim bait, just a real nose around. And just trying to get a bite or two just so you can figure something out. I just don't, in two, like pre-spawn too, I mean, you hear guys, they could be in the creeks or secondary points, whatever the case may be. Again, I just don't believe the lakes that I fish. I just don't feel they set up that way. Some guys may say there's fish deep, even in the colder water and muddier water. I'm just not seeing it. You know what I mean? There could be. I fished for them deep on these lakes for years, and I can never catch them deep. I've caught them, in, I want to say it was like 17, 18 foot of water, but they were suspended above brush a couple foot below the surface. So just because I'm in 18 foot of water and they're technically in 18 foot of water, they're only a couple foot from the top. So I just don't feel there's really a deep bite on those lakes. So they're not going to set up like a normal, cold water pre-spawn type lake. You know what I mean? I think those fish are always shallow. Hey, Tackle Junkie, are the top and bottom fins on the new 10,000 fish swim bait soft or hard? I don't want to miss bites because hard fins. Dude, these are like super, super soft, man. And the hook there, obviously, is hidden there. You can see that. But yeah, super, super soft. You're definitely not going to miss any fish. I mean, it's very soft. I love the detail on it. Definitely a nice looking swim bait there. Yeah, but super, super soft, man. And there's a Carl's Bait and Tackle link right there if you guys would like to check out the new 10,000 fish headbangers. I'd appreciate it if you guys would go through that link. Bob, what is 64 bucks? That was an awesome jump on the TRX, better than the Raptor. Yeah, man. Yeah. Being a much heavier truck too, like he was saying, that was one heck of a jump. But and I was wondering what he was going to do after all that damage that he already got to that truck. And like I said, it pretty much went the way I thought it was going to go. What's going on, John? How you doing, bud? Also in the last video, what size were the spinner baits? Oh, for the most part, they're going to be 3/8, sometimes quarter, sometimes half. But if I had to pick one size spinnerbait that I always toss, it's going to be a 3/8. So it's not too heavy, it's not too light. Even if you're fishing really shallow, again, you can still get away with the 3/8. A half fishing shallow, again, I don't really like the half that much just because I am so shallow. Unless I'm going to be going a bit deeper, then I will go to a half if I'm going to slow roll it and all that. But for the most part, a 3/8 gets it done. That goes with my buzz baits as well, mainly a 3/8. Case, I appreciate $5, buddy. Into the giveaway. Thank you, Jim. I have my 13 Ram Bighorn. I like it. Very cool, dude. I've been using a Ram truck since, what was my last truck? Or before the Rebel, I had a 2000. I think it was a 2007. Was it a Bighorn? I think it was a Bighorn, 2007 Bighorn. Yeah, it was a great truck. I never had any issues with it. Got rid of that truck. I think it had like 170,000 miles in it. No oil leaks. I mean, motor was super clean. Like I said, no leaks on it, no problems at all. But it was definitely a nice truck. Giveaway again tonight for you guys is a couple packs of Mustad football heads. We got some Mustad bullet jig head. We got a couple Z-Man cross-eye power finesse jigs. We got a Boyd Duckett jerkbait. And then we got the Ozuri 3DB lipless. You guys donate your interest in the giveaway. So you want a full breakdown, but it's only possible for you. I got you, man. Well, if I'm going to do it, then we'll do it right. Full breakdown. But again, I'm not making any promises, though, on that one. James, just came out today. You'll have to check it out. You lose it. Carl's will replace it. Okay, I got you. Members only. Very cool. So Carl's has some insurance now. If you lose it, Carl's will replace it. Members only. Very cool. 10 horse Monty, what's up, TJ? Getting ready to run wire to my new Ultrix. Very cool, dude. Appreciate you saying hi, man. Guys, go check him out, dude. He's got an awesome channel. If you guys are local, I'm sure you guys will recognize a lot of the lakes that he's on. What's going on, Walt? Appreciate $5, buddy. You're into the giveaway. Great chance. Chad, as always, time to start tying flies. No kidding, dude. You do that? Very cool. Did I miss anything? Just got on. And hello, Harold. No, dude, we're just chit-chatting, man. And like I said earlier, guys, if you guys have a channel, if you guys want to link them below, go ahead and you guys can sub each other. You know, we all can answer the questions here. Just talk fishing. Bill Yoda Worm is an amazing chatterbait trailer. It's become one of my favorites. You guys know I love the Plasma Tail. I love the Strike King, Blade Minnow, Yamamoto, Zacco. I'm going to tell you what, do not count out the Yoda Worm. It's pretty awesome. Let's see here. Hey, Tackle Junkie are the top and bottom. Oh, we already answered that one. The Z2, Randy, I got a video on that, baby. You want to link the video on the Z2 down below? Let's see. Song Factor. Chatterbait with Robo Worm trailer are working now, and Glide and swim baits on Okeechobee. Very cool. Let's see here. The Dad by the hook in the Headhunter is also hidden for a weedless presentation and comes free from a magnet within the bait. Should be interesting. Yeah, I'm going to go over that kind of stuff in the video that I make. You guys should probably see that maybe next week. Andy G, what was the biggest bass you caught last season, and what bait did you catch it on? Let's see here. On the boat, I want to say, obviously it was a squirrel. I know that for sure. I want to say it was 462. And then at the ponds, I don't think I weighed it, but it was on a buzzbait. And it was actually the video. Was it that one? I caught a couple on a swim jig that were pretty big, a couple on a frog that were pretty big. I still think the one I caught on the buzzbait, though, was probably the biggest one that I caught at the ponds. I want to say it was right around 5 pounds. But I was doing a video on how to tune a buzzbait, And as I made a cast, if you guys haven't seen that video, babe, check that or link that down below if you can. Guys, check this video out. But I remember tuning the buzzbait, making a cast, showing you guys how I got it to run straight. And next thing you know, big 5-pounder hits the buzzbait. That was a cool video. If you guys haven't seen that, check it out. But yeah, I would say a 5-pounder at the ponds. And I think it was a 462 from the boat. And I got both of those on video. Johnny says, my best search bait is probably not fishing much. It's the Booyah prank fished, fast, constant, twitching, no popping. Yeah, that's cool, man. Fat man, appreciate the buck, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. Sorry, Jonathan, man. You can always go back there, watch the stream. We only go in here about 40 minutes. Not too bad. What's the first bait to throw in early spring? For me, it's going to be a chatterbait. Chatterbait, then we'll hop right on to the old square bill. Thanks for the likes on the trout. Awesome fight and going to be good eating. Very cool, man. Very cool. What's going on, Randy? Harold, appreciate the $5, buddy. You're into the giveaway. Thanks for last week's advice for those bomber square A's. I bought some and excited to use. What bait do you recommend for bass fishing for pre-spawn? I think we just went over that. I know I'm behind on comments here. Like I said, it's gonna vary really for where you're fishing and water clarity. But for me, with really having almost zero visibility, I mean, if there's like 6 inches, that's a lot. It's always going to be a search bait, something that I can cover water with, find fish, and then once I'm in an area that has some fish, I'll slow down with the soft plastic, or I may even just start hitting, the banks even tighter with the square bill, again, depending where I'm catching the fish at. If I feel they are spawning, I may go in closer. For the most part, I am out a bit, 45 in the banks and all that. But with that dirtier water, it's always going to be search baits for me. So Walt does tie flies, big double barrels poppers for bass. I use an 8 weight St. Croix Mojo Bass fly rod 711, pair it up with a Behemoth 7/8 fly reel. And that is for, you said you're using that for bass? Gotcha. Yeah, I only plan really to trout fish probably, or use a fly rod, I should say, for trout. But we'll see how it goes. I might have some fun with it, once I learn how to use it and try and get some bass on it and all that. But yeah, the first one that I went with was the 5 weight 5/6 reel. One Piker, what's up? There is a Z2 review right there. If you guys haven't seen that, check that out. Trevor, appreciate $5, buddy. You're entering the giveaway. A little late to the party tonight. Enjoyed a nice dinner with the wife. Love the Bass Geek shirt. That's right, man. Got to support Bass Geek. You guys haven't checked out Bass Geek or Debo, babe, can you link them down below as well? And like I said earlier, hopefully next week, as long as my schedule doesn't change with the cold weather, I think I'll be doing a live stream with Debo on his channel next Wednesday. Have you ever heard of Guggen? Yes. What's a good square bill of crankbait rod? What's a good square bill or crankbait rod do you recommend? So you want a rod for crankbaits? I'm going to say the best bang for your buck crankbait rod is going to be the EVX series. You guys know I love the Akuma rods, but the EVX series is right around 109, I believe. They do offer a medium and a medium heavy mod fast action to those rods. You want that softer action when you are messing with treble hooks. And like I said, medium heavy, medium, those are 7-footers, I believe. But I would check out those. I also use the TCS. And they actually just released a new cranking rod. It's the Guide Select series. I do have some of those on the way as well. I've used the Dobbin cranking rods before. Those are great. For years, I used Shimano. I haven't used Shimano rods in a while, though, so I really can't recommend those anymore. I'd imagine they're still good. I just haven't used them in a while to recommend. But yeah, definitely the Dobbins or the Kuma EVX. Piker 13, does he read? I've read every comment, dude, and I think I just read yours. Have you heard of Guggen? And I just read your comment. Does he read comments? If a company made your perfect spinnerbait, what would it look like, or does a company already make one? Perfect spinnerbait. I tell you what, I'm going to have to go with on that one. Where is it one in here? I think there's one in here. I use a lot of different spinnerbaits. If you guys have been around for a while, you'll know that the Picasso is one of my favorites. Now, they're going to break from time to time because this is it's a light wire. And with that lighter wire, you get a lot of vibration. The only thing I would change about this, see, most spinnerbaits have that, like that R bend or whatever you want to call it, like this here. Going out here. Okay, like that there. I like the closed eye on this one here. Okay. But an issue with that, sometimes what I'll do, I was going to actually make a video on this, I just never did. But you can leave a longer tag end, or you can put a couple bobber stops on there. But what'll happen is the line sometimes will get twisted around this loop here. And if you don't notice it, it's actually kinking a line. It'll make a weak spot in that line. Like I said, sometimes I'll add a couple bobber stops so that can't happen, or to make my tag end extra long, and it usually prevents that from happening. But I would say this spinnerbait, let me find, it might be in here. These are from, yeah, here we go. These are from Mega Strike, but these are great too. Okay, and I've never had that issue with this type of eye. Okay, it's a little bit different twist on it compared to the Picasso one. So I would say if Picasso could put this eye on here, I would say that would be like the ultimate spinnerbait for me. Like I said, I just feel you get a ton of vibration, you know, with this wire here. Like I said, you will break them from time to time just because that wire is so light. But like I said, this is the vibration you get with a double willow. You know, I love the flash of a willow. I love the profile of the vibration. I feel it really mimics the shad more than any other blade. But like I said, I prefer a double willow in the muddier water over the Colorado. But like I said, that eye there, they would just change that eye up a little bit. I would say this would be the ultimate spinnerbait for me. They do make the same spinnerbait with the R bend, but I just like it closed up there. And I got a video. Oh, I don't even remember the name of it. I was doing an MTB slam, and I still to this day don't really know what happened in that video. And it was a big fish. It most likely was a 5-pounder coming around the dock. And again, this is on video, babe. I'm not going to know which one to tell you to even link down below. I'm sure some of you guys have seen this, but I missed a fish. I threw back, and he came back for it. I'm fighting the fish, and next thing you know, after I'm fighting the fish for a few seconds, which you would think he was hooked. I mean, like I said, it's an open hook. You usually don't miss them on a spinnerbait. When you're feeling pressure, they got it. But for whatever reason, that fish came off. And one of two things happened. Okay, for one, when I got the spinnerbait back, the line had slid down that R bend. So it was down here. So the knot had slid down. And also, the back blade was gone. So I'm almost thinking what happened was the blade was wedged in his mouth, which me pulling on him and him having that blade, I'm assuming that's what caused the line or the knot to slide down. And I think he opened up that split ring, and that's how I lost the fish. But like I said, you never know if maybe, because I was using, I think it was a booyah with an R bend. So maybe if that line wouldn't have slid down, maybe I still would have landed that fish. That's just me guessing what happened, but it's just kind of funny. The line was down here, or the knot was down here, and the back blade was gone. So if you guys haven't seen that video, do a search for it. It was an MTB slam. I was on my boat, but it was yeah, it was pretty cool. Sucks that I lost the fish. Definitely a big fish, but that's what I think happened. So I would say, yeah, if we could build a spinnerbait like that, that'd be my ultimate spinnerbait. Where we at? Have you seen the new Spro square bill? Talking about the ones that rattle, the little johns that rattle? If you are, I got some of those on the way. How to tune a buzzbait. There's the video there on me, or my biggest, I think it was my biggest pond pit bass last year. What's a good beginner bait? I tell you what, if you're pond fishing, I would definitely say a spinnerbait and a Senko. Where you got something to work the bottom with, you know, soft plastic, and then you got a moving bait for more active fish. If you got a spinnerbait and a Senko, you be set at the ponds. Where can I buy your apparel? Harold, I only take orders on it. So I took an order, I think, right before Christmas, and I've already received all those and shipped them out. I probably won't make another order for, I really don't know when. I guess whenever you guys start asking for them again, I'll make an order. And then, like I said, I'll order them again, obviously. I did the last couple years. I want to say right around Thanksgiving. And maybe we'll do another one in the summertime. It just depends how many guys I get asking for them. See, I had them up on the site before, but I wanted the price low enough for you guys to be able to afford them. I didn't want like a $40 shirt. So I put the price at this price, and that was like I had to sell like, I don't know, 20 shirts or whatever. Maybe it was 25 shirts for it to be that price. So what happened was, you know, it was on the site, and maybe only 8 or 10 shirts would sell, which was an average. 8 or 10 would sell. So that would jack the price up, and I didn't want that price to go back to you guys, so I just ate it. So, I mean, I never actually made any money on those shirts. So most of the time, it cost me money to make them just because I never sold the minimum of 25. So that's why I just started taking orders for the shirts, so I know, you know, that I'll at least break even on them or make a little bit of money if I at least get 25 shirts. So that's why I do it that way now. The way I know there's not going to be any issues with it. So maybe we'll do it again in the summertime. If not, most likely I'll do it again during Thanksgiving. Andy G, what's your favorite spinnerbait of all time and trailer? Yeah, I'd have to go with, I mean, I like a lot of different ones. I started using that Accent triple shaddy last year. The Mega Bass ones, man, I'm just not sold on those. Like, these are, I don't know what they are, 13, 15 bucks. And, you know, they claim it does all this different stuff. And I mean, I even forget what it is now just because I just kind of lost interest in it just because, you know, I didn't feel it was really worth the price just because, you know, a Booyah for $5-6 or a War Eagle or a Picasso, I just feel is way better than this. I have these in my pond box only because they're small. It's a smaller body, and again, it's going to be better at the ponds versus like, you know, maybe a bigger one. This one here I haven't even tossed yet, but here's the ones that I've been using. That I think it's a Hasu type color there, and then I think I got a chartreuse and white in here that I've been throwing as well. But yeah, I mean, it's a nice spinnerbait, no doubt. It's a nice spinnerbait, and it does get bit. Got 2 trailer hooks caught up here. I just don't think it's a $15 or $13 spinnerbait. But again, I put them in the pond box for the size. I like how compact they are. But yeah, favorite spinnerbait, I'm going to say is probably the Picasso for sure. Oh, and you said and trailer. To be honest, I don't run a trailer too much on a spinnerbait. Once in a while, I will put a little Exo Swim on there, a little Kitech, you know, a little small swim bait. I've ran plasma tails on there before. I've ran hammer shads on there before, just to give me a bit bigger profile. But I normally don't do that until I'm really getting bit. If I'm in an area and I'm catching a lot of fish, then I'll put a trailer on to give myself just a bit bigger, you know, presentation to maybe attract that bigger bite. But for the most part, I'm just looking for bites. So I usually run them with no trailer. Smaller profile usually gets more bites. That's usually how I do it. Again, I don't add that trailer until I've caught a bunch in an area and I'm trying to upsize my catch. Piker, I appreciate the sub, buddy. Yeah, War Eagles, man, they're good. I'm using War Eagles for a while. Harold, which spinnerbaits do you recommend? Sorry, should have added this. I mean, for the price, a Booyah. I mean, I threw Booyahs like for the longest time, and I still throw them to this day. One of my go-to Booyahs is the gold ones. Like that one right there. Booyah. It's tough to beat. Like I said, War Eagle is a good one. The Picassos are a tad more expensive. The Z-Mans. I'd say the probably best bang for your buck. I'd look at the Booyah ones. Bill, what brand was the buzzbait you were tuning in that video you caught the hog on? I believe, do I have that one in here? Yes, I do. I believe it was actually this one right here. That is the Accent Jacob Wheeler. And he has 2 different sizes. This is not the, I think there's the original and then there's the finesse. This is the original. This is standard size Jacob Wheeler Accent buzzbait. I did a couple buzzbait videos. I think the other buzzbait video I did was on the new Mega Bass buzzbait. I done forgot the name of that one. I have one hanging up here. I think I do. Hey, I don't remember the name of it though. Anyways, that's it right there though. Now this one here, I will say, I do believe is worth the money. This is probably one of the better running buzz baits that I've ever used. I will say that there. I don't mind paying the price for that one. The spinnerbait from Megabass, I'm not sold on it for the price. Definitely a nice spinnerbait. Just, yeah, not for the price. I'd rather buy other ones. Andy, do big glide baits like the S-Waver work in stained water, in your opinion? I fish a lot of stained and muddy water, and I've been debating on pulling the trigger. I would say yes, and even bigger swim baits do, just because, you know, they're going to have a lot of vibration to them. Fisher eventually would find them. Me personally, I don't have a lot of confidence in those baits fishing the dirtier water, because I look at them as a visual bait. Like, the fish need to see them. That's why they have all that detail and action and all that. And the muddier water, obviously, they can't see none of that. I mean, of course, they can feel it like any other bait, but they can't see it. So for me, I'm sure they would work. I don't have confidence in the bigger baits and the dirtier water. I'm sure if I started tossing them, who knows, I might catch more fish or better fish. I just don't have the confidence to throw the bigger baits in the dirtier water. Do light wire spinnerbaits break easier? Yeah, for sure they do. Like I said, this Picasso here will definitely break much easier than like here's the Vibroflex. Well, actually, that's a finesse wire too. Like this one here, the Megabass one, not Megabass, Mega Strike. This is a much heavier wire compared to the Invis wire here, but it's kind of give and take. I mean, you get much more vibration with this type of wire compared to like the Mega Strike or even like the War Eagles. So in my opinion, you're going to catch more fish with this spinnerbait, but again, you're going to go through more just because you do break that lighter wire easier than, like I said, a standard one. So Aaron Wessel, appreciate $20, brother. You are entered in the giveaway, man. I really do appreciate that, dude. For some great wax for the dome. Appreciate it, buddy. You are the man. Phantom Fishing, you'd have to send me a guest link. Babe, send Phantom a guest link if that can be done. Send it to him on, does she need your cell? You guys somehow work that out. Message her, or babe, message him. See if you can get him on here. It's the Spro Essential Hunter. That one, I don't think I've heard of that one, the Spro Essential Hunter. I did order some of the new Little Johns. That one there, I don't think I've heard of. Babe, too, write that down upstairs. Spro Essential Hunter. Because you know it's a square bill, we got to pick it up. James Jordan, square bill, spinnerbait, and a jig or creature bait anytime I'm fishing unknown water. That's great, dude. Yeah. Yeah, you got to fish your confidence. For me, definitely a square bill. And when I go somewhere new, which I don't do very often, I look for rock or wood, and I get out the square bill. Yep, I agree, James. What's going on, Michael? Clint needs some TJD1 stickers for boat swag. I do need to get some of those made up. That is for sure. Babe, thanks for the text on the Spro Essential Hunter. What about the Angler Assets spinner baits? I know you were throwing. Yeah, those are nice as well, for sure. I'm sure I got some of those. A couple of my favorite colors, the old lady tossed in a tree. Here's one of those. Yeah, these are nice as well. Angler Assets. Very nice spinnerbaits as well. Yeah, I had a handful of those. She put a couple in a tree. And then my son, or my youngest Michael, he caught a few fish on them, and he wanted them, so he took two of them from me. So I think I only have a couple of those left. Yeah, but those are good as well. I mean, there's a lot of great spinnerbaits out there. It really depends what you're looking for out of the bait. What do you throw a half-ounce spinner on? I'll still throw a half-ounce on my spinnerbait rod that I would throw on like a 3/8 on. Now a 3/4, I do have some 3/4s. I probably wouldn't throw those on the same rod because I think those rods probably max out right around 3/4 of an ounce, right around 3/4 or an ounce. And when you just get too much weight on that tip, they're not as accurate. So I may step it up to my 3/4 on to a heavy rod versus a medium heavy. I just feel like every rod's got a sweet spot. And like I said, on the medium heavy, I usually don't put more than half ounce on them. Sean, I do got some of the spot stickers from the mini-me's. Those are on order. That's, to be honest, my order from Tackle Inc. from Black Friday. That's one of the things that I'm still waiting on. You don't have any of it yet. It's still there. He was trying to gather it all up for me. Darren, hey man, I am very digging those Ultimate Tackle Bag build videos. Very cool, dude. Appreciate it, Darren. Like I said, the next one will be out on Saturday. Full Armor Bassin, Dave, drop that link down below. We got to support that dude as well. My brother, good to see you, buddy. How's my boat running? It's great, dude. It's clean. It's running great. I'm about to load it baby up with tackle for you, too. You've got to come pick it up. I've never used a trailer on a spinnerbait. You know, in the colder water, especially if I'm going to use a big Colorado blade and I want to slow roll it, you know, early spring, something like that, I will put a bigger swim bait on there if I'm using, like I said, a heavier head, just so it keeps me up off the bottom. You can reel it a bit slower just because the swim bait is going to give the spinnerbait some lift. So in that situation, I always have a trailer on, but again, I don't throw them like that often. But in that situation, I usually always have a bigger swim bait on there. Just give me a little bit of lift, give me a little bit of lift to reel them just a bit slower. Booyah, best starter spinnerbait. For sure, James, Legend spinnerbaits are awesome. I don't think I've ever used a Legends. War Eagle are good. Yeah, I got some of the coverts. Check out the Booyah Covert series, Jason Christie design, fish catchers, and simple color selection. Yeah, I got a handful of those. War Eagle. Fins are bad to the bone. Oh, the finesse. What's your favorite size chatterbait? Probably 3/8 as well. That's it. Jamaica Boa. Appreciate that, guys. Jamaica Boa. What's going on, Wolfman? James, I just use the original chatterbaits 3/8 or half ounce size. Which Booyah and War Eagle are those spinnerbaits called? The Booyah, I don't know if there's a name for this one here. It's multiple blades. I'm not sure the name on this one. This one here is the Vibraflex. It's got a similar wire to that Picasso. That's a Vibraflex there. But just the standard Booyah ones, I'm not sure if they actually have like a series name. Like here's one. This is a standard one there. I'm not really for sure on the name. I mean, it's just like their standard spinnerbait. They're like $5, $6, something like that. What casts further, mono or fluorocarbon on a bait caster? I'm going to say mono definitely handles better, but I think you're going to get more distance on fluorocarbon. I wish it was spring. No kidding, man. No kidding. Kevin, appreciate $5, buddy. You're into the giveaway. I still owe you the fly fishing tips. Sorry, it's been a crazy week. Need to pay you back for the bass tips. No problem, buddy. I do appreciate it, though, man. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and go over the giveaway one more time tonight. So you are entered. And I will say the last giveaway winner, which I do believe was you, or I think you won something. I think it was the giveaway from last time, but also the giveaway winners for the 2 Plano boxes. That stuff went out all that stuff went out, I want to say on Tuesday. So you guys should be getting that stuff here really soon. In tonight's giveaway, we do have some Mustad bullet jig heads, a couple packs of Mustad football heads. We got 2 cross-eye finesse jigs from Z-Man. And we got a Boyd Duckett jerkbait and 3DB lipless. Okay. What's going on with fork? How you doing, buddy? How do you gain confidence in bass? I want to become more versatile, but I end up just going back to my confidence base. Darren, I actually made a video on this. And again, this will go to, if you guys have watched my fishing videos, with the lakes that I fish, I don't get many bites. And it is hard to gain confidence in a new lure or new technique when you're not getting many bites on it, just because you're going to think, hey, the bait sucks, or I can't catch fish on it, so I'm going to go back to what I know, which would be a square bill or whatever. But how I gain confidence in a new lure, I mean, you have to go somewhere where you catch a lot of fish. So whatever lure it is that you want to gain confidence in, you need to find like a little stock pond. That's what I do. Anytime I get a new lure, I want to check it out, see how it handles or whatever. I go to those ponds. You guys always see me fish. So I know I can catch a bunch of fish on them and, gain confidence in that lure. Now, there's some lures where I can catch the heck out of them at the pond, but then I take those lures to the lakes and I can't catch them. So I don't know if it's just like a pond lure or I'm not a round fish or whatever the case may be. But anyways, when I'm trying to gain confidence in a bait, I always take it to a place where I can catch a bunch of fish. Because let's face it, if you're not catching fish, well, you're not gaining any confidence in that lure. But I do have a video on that. Babe, feel free to link that down below as well. It has to be done third-party software. Oh, so Phantom can't join me? Well, that sucks. No, I didn't try the Trapper Tackle. Did not. The Pond Magic, yeah, that's a good one to beat. A hard one to beat, for sure. Definitely a good size for a pond. RC 1.5 square bill. Phoenix Vibrator Jig. Have not tried that one. What are the best reaction baits to throw this time of year? Be honest, I don't fish a whole lot this time of year right now. I thought they said earlier the water temp around here was like 37, 39. For me, if I was going to start fishing that cold of water, I would probably, I'm going to say for me, I'd probably drag a jig or something like that. If I could find some fish, I would go with a jig. Now, that's much slower than I like to fish. Obviously, when the water's colder, you have to slow down. But I would say, yeah, reaction type bait, I would say a jig. I'm not sure if you would really classify that as a reaction type bait, but I would say a jig. If I had to throw a moving bait, I would say probably I would just creep along a chatterbait. If you only have one lure at a stained pond with grass and you're going for big ends, what lure and rod would it be thrown? So one lure at a stained pond with grass and you're going for big ends. I'm going to say, just from the experience that I have from the ponds that I fish, because they do have grass in them, they do got some biggins in them. I'm going to say a swim jig. Swim jig, could depend time of year too. Because if it's like summertime, they're in the grass. I mean, frog might be a good one. I'm going to say a swim jig, and I would probably run, if it's got grass, I'd probably run 50-pound braid, and I would have that on probably, I'm going to say a 6-speed reel, just because when I'm around grass and vegetation, I do like the power of a 6-speed over a 7. So I'm going to say 50-pound braid, 6-speed reel, heavy power rod with a moderate fast action to it. Jacob says, my first rod is a 7.3 heavy Dobbins rod with 3/8 of 1 ounce baits. Anything you would recommend to toss? Anyone have this setup? 7.3 heavy, how I look at a heavy and a medium heavy, I would throw pretty much the same stuff on a heavy as I would a medium heavy. I would just, it's when you're up in the weights. That's how I kind of break it down. Of course, vegetation, things like that matter as well. If you're going to be around, a lot of grass, you're going to want to go with a heavy that really just to get the fish out of the cover before they wrap you up in it. You're going to want more backbone to get them out faster versus medium heavy. But for the most part, like I said, I'm going to throw the same stuff on both, just heavier weights, with the heavier power rod. Debo showed some of my lures last night on his video. I got a $750 order out of it. Very cool, dude. Very cool. You guys want some custom painted lures? Definitely check out North Fork right there. Favorite rod sleeve brand? I mainly use the Rod Gloves. Aaron Wetzel, I'm really liking the color of the head of those last two spinnerbaits you just showed. Which one did I just show, man? I want to say, I don't remember which one that I showed. Could have been the Angler's Assets. And then I think we were showing what the Booyah ones. And here's well, this is actually the same color as the Booyah. That's the Mega Strike. Then we were talking about the Booyah ones. Where are those at? The Booyah one there. Gold is one of my go-to colors. Is that the ones we were talking about, buddy? Or you seen me hold up last? At the ponds, for whatever reason. And the ponds, to be honest, I usually like gold when the water's dirtier. At the ponds, it's much clearer than the lakes that I fish. But gold there, man, gold gets it done. I like a double gold blade. And that water is fairly clear in the bigger pond with the grass. And a double gold blade there, gold skirt. It gets bit, man. I wonder if this spring there will be as many jokers on the water as there was this year. I hope not, man. I hope not. I mean, those little lakes that I fish, the one that I fish the most, it's only 550 acres. And to have 50 plus boats on that lake, I mean, that is a ton, when normally on the weekend, a dozen is the most. So to get that kind of pressure all the time for majority of the year, I mean, that little lake just got beat to heck. So hopefully, hopefully everyone's back to work. Conner says 4 blades all day long on small bait fish. Phantom says, looks like we can use Google Hangouts or Zoom. We will figure it out for next time. Gotcha. You're probably, busy, like painting your nails or something, right, dude? Give a shout out to Spot Sticker Baits, Mini Me, Spinnerbait with the painted blades made for the giant spotted bass on here in Georgia. But they are great finesse spinnerbaits. You should try. I do have a couple on order, buddy. Wolfman, what did you improve on this year, 2020? Me, jerkbaits. I'm real how good it's been for me. But I don't think I really did a whole lot different in 2020. I have to give some thought to that one. I probably threw a hog more than I normally do. I don't know. It's a good question. Do you have any? I don't have any mounted bass. If so, what size? If not, what size would you mount in pounds? I don't have any mounted. If I ever get one, I'm still saying that bass that I caught at that pond, that little lake right up the street from me, I'm still saying it's 7+. So if I ever catch another 7+ pounder, I would like to get that one mounted. Dad Bot, appreciate $2, buddy. You're into the giveaway. What's the oddest bait you've caught a fish on? Oddest bait. Honest bait. I'm going to say years ago, and I'm sure they're discontinued now. I'm sure you guys have seen a tube before, like a 4-inch tube. Yum came out with a Yum doozy. And that was one of those baits that you could catch them at the ponds. I just could never catch one at the lakes with that bait. But it was like just a big tube, like an 8-inch tube. It still had the cut tails. I guess you'd call it a big tube worm. But I'm going to say probably that one. It's not like it's really even an odd-looking bait. But that's one of the baits that I can think of that was different, Does anyone have Cumberland Pro lure buzzbait? I do not. Anyone else have a Cumberland Pro buzzbait? I do believe Bass Geek. I think he was throwing those. Jim, what are we using? Me. We need to fish under docks with plastics. Jim, I threw on a square bill of rocks. Dude, man, that's how I like to fish. However you want to fish. Next time we fish, however you want to fish next time, that's what we'll do. I swear. But, I mean, the lake that we're usually on is usually pretty good on the rocks tossing a square bill. So, I mean, how can you really argue with that, I don't think we've ever been out there and really whacked them too good, on the docks. Are shock blade as good as chatterbaits? Me personally, I feel that a shock blade is just as good, if not better, than jackhammer. I'm sure a ton of you guys are going to agree with that. I think the guys that would disagree with that are guys that maybe even haven't used the shock blade or the shock blade pros. I think they have just as fast of a startup time. They have an awesome rattle to them. Again, I think that's why I didn't really notice too much when I was tossing the jackhammers. It's just because I'm so used to the shock blades. And now you got the Shock Blade Pro, got the speed blade on there, ton of vibration, starts up super fast. I just don't notice a huge difference between the two to really pay, you know, 16 bucks for a jackhammer. Obviously, it's an awesome, well-built chatterbait. I personally prefer the shock blades. Fishy frog on top of the ice. Water's so cold it'll drag a net. Does anyone have fish? Does anyone here fish small bass? Texas rig Cinco 99% of the time. It's hard to beat a Cinco, that is for sure. What line do you use for square bills? I'm going to say most of the time I run 15-pound fluorocarbon. But there are times where I want to run that bait really, really shallow, and I'll go up to like a 20-pound mono just to keep the bait up extra shallow. So majority of the time, 15-pound fluorocarbon. I have gone down to 10 before just to get max depth out of some square bills and other crankbaits as well. But I'm going to say 15 is pretty much my standard. I will go down to 10, but up to 20-pound mono, depending on depth I'm trying to hit, and as far as the depth of the crankbait as well, you know. Will just ordered an Ultrex, and the lakes are still frozen. Dude, perfect time to get it installed, man. Yeah, seen that, Eric. The gold one, yep. Yeah, the Booyah, or that other one was the Angler's Assets. Have you thrown that little evergreen flat side crankbait behind your right shoulder? The flat force? No, I haven't thrown the flat force yet. That's probably one that I'll come out with early spring here, for sure. Ian says, getting swamped multiple times a day at Lake of the Ozarks sucks. Yeah, I can imagine. What's going on, Ryan? How you doing, buddy? No, I don't use I don't use Copoly. I do not. Switching, I've been thinking of switching to it from mono. What's the deal with that? Doesn't it like it handles like mono, but it's got characteristics of fluorocarbon? I just never used it. I either go, you know, fluorocarbon or just mono. Double plopper, yeah. That was a non-bait. Oh, I got you. I only throw the Jamaica boa. That Wheeler one, though, that accent from, yeah, the Jacob Wheeler from Accent Baits. Where's it at? That was a good one, too, though. I like that one there. It's actually pretty small. For his standard size, it's actually a pretty small buzzbait. Do you think that deeper? Oh, yeah, deeper definitely works. I've been using deeper for the longest time. Deeper definitely works. It would be a great birthday present. For sure. I'll even bring it. Like I said, when I go to the ponds here, first time out, just to check water temp and all that, even if I don't throw it out, you know, and actually search or fish for it, it's still great to, even just to know water temp. The only thing I would say would be bad about something like that, if you're in a small body of water, like a small pond, is, you know, that thing is like a 3 ounces. So if you're going to launch that thing out there, you know, you maybe search the area, then go do something, and then come back and fish, because, I mean, when that bomb hits the water, I mean, it's pretty intense. You know, it's going to definitely spook some fish that are around it, for sure. But most of the time, if I'm just going to check water temp, I just throw it right there by my feet. And like I said, put my phone on, and just to get water temperature. Scatter wrap, yeah. Have not tried the clickbait yet. Phantom, now you want to throw square bills on rocks? I'm down, dude. I will not argue with you. I'm down with that. 6 cents, they make a good hard bait. I mainly throw their square bills. I do have a few of their top waters. But yeah, I've been throwing the square bills for a long time. Let's see here. Bob Davis, you and Phantom need to do more $100 challenges. Flip at the beginning for position in the boat. Don't switch. Oh, wait. Flip beginning in the boat. Then don't switch again, whoever gets it. I mean, he does hog the front of the boat all the time, you know. That was a fun day. If you guys have not seen his video on that video, his take on that video, definitely check out his channel for that video. I mean, because at the very end of his video, you can see the storms that we were in, and it was pretty serious. What about braid? What were we talking about? What about braid? What are we talking about braid? Talking about braid with fish and square bills. Andy cut one of my biggest bass on a shock blade with the biospawn worm as a trailer. Thanks to Jim. No problem, buddy. There's one thing you would not think of is to put a little plasma tail or any little finesse worm on the back of a chatterbait. But I tell you what, man, that thing just dances down there. Or back there, I should say. We still got 82 people on here. If you guys have not hit the thumbs up, please do so. Really do appreciate that. I'll go over the giveaway one more time for tonight. We have a couple packs of Mustad jig heads. We got actually 2 packs here of the football jigs, and then the bullet head jig. And we got the Boyd Duckett Series jerkbait. We have the Oziri 3DB lipless, and then we have a couple of the Z-Man Cross-Eye Power Finesse jigs. If you guys donate, you're interested in that giveaway, and we'll go and pick a winner here at the end of the stream. Bob, Jim will say I cheated if we don't switch. Favorite flat crank besides the flat A? Definitely the Little John. Any kayak fishermen on here? I usually go with 5 rods, change out which ones I use depending on season. That's cool. Johnson threw my Jabberjaw yesterday to get a feel. Seemed really quiet. Gonna get the 6th sense axis and see if it feels different. Yeah, it's not much memory. Oh, Copali does a lot of memory. Yeah, braid. If you asking about braid earlier, was that you? No, it's somebody else. Copali has a lot of memory. Yeah, I don't use it. Mono handles really well on baitcasters. Do you ever receive fan mail? If so, where can we send it to? I've had a few guys who want to send stuff in. For the most part, if I know the guys, pretty well talking to them, I just give my address. But I can give you a business. I have a business for my truck washing business. I have a P.O. box I give you as well. If you want to hit me up on Instagram or Facebook or even my email, I can give you that address. What's going on, Fire Ant? How you doing, buddy? Man, that boat turned out awesome. You guys did. If you guys haven't seen Fire Ant's channel, they did an awesome 4-day boat build, the Tiny Boat Nation and all that. That was pretty killer. Head over to his channel. Definitely check that out. Fished in a hurricane. Babe, is that on the MTV challenge with Phantom Fishing? Is that the one that's on my channel? Jacob, what size trailer hook should I be using with a spinnerbait? Should I be using a trailer bait? What size trailer hook should I be using with a spinnerbait? Should I be using a trailer bait? So spinnerbait, I'm going to say 90% of the time, I do not run a trailer. And to be honest, that goes with trailer hook as well. I have some on the Mega Bass you probably seen earlier, but that's just because the bait's so compact. I wanted that trailer hook out there. But for the most part, on my spinnerbaits, I do not run a trailer hook. I feel they're just more headaches than what they're worth. So I hardly ever run a trailer hook. If I do, it's usually a size 2. And as far as the trailer goes, I've used a hammer shad on there, plasma tail. You can even use a Yoda worm if you want. A little swim bait, Exo Swim. Anything will really work for a trailer if you're just looking for some bulk, or even if you want some lift, go with the swim bait. But most of the time, I do not run a trailer unless I'm trying to upsize my catch. So if I'm in an area that I'm catching a lot of fish, then I'll put the trailer on to try and catch a bigger fish. But for the most part, no trailer and no trailer hook. Speaking of trailer hooks, though, if you guys would like to pick up some hooks from Mustad, you guys can use code TJ81, which will get you guys 20% off over there. Any luck on that pontoon? Now, I'm not looking at that boat anymore, and I actually talked to the company today. The other vessel I'm getting or whatever did not come up in the conversation yet. I'm trying to get something else squared away with them before we jump into that. So we'll see how it goes. I figured, Michael. Yeah. Fans channel, gotcha. Hey, can you show how to tune a crank? I got 6 cents deep crank. Yeah, let me get a bait real fast. Speaking of bait real fast, I'll show these to you really fast. There's something coming up from Biospawn here. Whoop! That's it. What you guys get? Grab a crankbait. Okay. See the line tie, if you can see that. Not the split ring, the line tie. So if your bait is running off to one side, you want to bend that line the opposite way. Okay. Some guys will do this intentionally if they're trying to hit some dock posts or whatever. If they're wanting the bait to hit the dock post on the left side, they'll take that line tie and bend it just a hair to the left, which will cause the bait to go to the left. So if your bait is running to the left, look at that eye and try to bend it back center. Okay, if it's going to the right, then you need to bend it back to the left. So yeah, just a little eye there in the front. That's how you adjust it right there. Yeah, Phantom, did you smack those tungsten weights with a sledgehammer yet? I'd like to see that too. And there's Fire Ants Fishing YouTube channel. Go check him out. Guggen or 6 cents, who do you go with if you had to pick one? To be honest, I'd go with Guggen. I don't really care for, and I don't even like get into this kind of stuff, but just from what I've seen online, I don't really care how the 6 cents crew kind of handle themselves in that situation. I got nothing against either one, but I don't know. They both make great baits. Are you getting sponsor soon? Sponsor who? How do I get my wife to go fishing? Probably what I would do is tell her you want to take her shopping and then just go right to the lake. That's what I would do. Oh, Ken Fire Ant? That's cool, man. You're on my way now, man. I just bought some P-Line CSX today. I personally like 6 cents base, but that beef was way too much. Yeah, I just thought that was kind of uncalled for, Again, I don't want to get into that whole issue. Ever used a Brad's Wiggler for bass? Getting a few for steelhead fishing? No, I'll be honest with you, I've never even heard of them, man. I don't know. You want to see the 10,000 fish swim baits again? The headbanger. This is the bigger size here, 4 1/3 inch, 1 ounce. And the fins are super soft. There's the hook there. But yeah, the fins are super soft. There's the big one there, and the smaller one is, where's the packaging at? It is 3 1/4. Okay, 3 1/4. Here's a little side by side. So pretty cool. Nice detail on them. This one here, if you guys are curious, this one is the License to Gill. It's a nice looking gill pattern. They did a nice job on that. And this one here is the Carbon Crappie. Carbon Crappie. Okay. Yeah, there's a couple guys that are saying it looks like a Megabass sleeper, but I think it's more of like a bluegill pattern versus like a goby pattern. But yeah, definitely like a similar style to it for sure. Those look like a beefed up dark sleeper. Yeah. If they're available now, head over there to Carl's. They'll be linked down in the description. I do believe as of right now, they are a club. I think they're a club member only. So if you guys are not a member, now would be a great time to do that. It's a free 30-day trial. Like I said, if you like it, go ahead and sign up. But you guys can get some savings during that trial. Up to 30% off on most things on the site. Remind you of the Savage gear. How young were your sons when you took them fishing for the first time, and what was their setup? Probably, I want to say right around, it could have been 2, definitely 3. I think it was 3 for my guy that you guys usually see in my videos, Michael, my youngest. I want to say it was 3 for him, and he fished with me for a while. And then there was just a couple year span where he just kind of got out of it. Then my oldest got into it, but he didn't last long. He didn't last long at all. But my youngest, I want to say right around 3. And I kind of started him out with, to be honest, I think he still uses them to this day. The spinning rods is a 5.5 foot. It's a light power, fast action. And I normally ran like 6 or 8 pound mono on there. And we just bought little bare jig heads and the little spinnerbait arms and and the blades. And we just kind of built our own little spinnerbaits for him. And you can put whatever plastic you want on the back. You got to kind of make it fun when they're that young to keep them kind of like, keep him involved in it or whatever, keeping him busy. The way he can still look at the baits that he's got to use and just get a bunch of different little plastics, little bitty tubes, little bitty grubs and things like that, just to put on the little, like, I think we use like 1/8 ounce little ball head jig heads. Then again, you could just thread on the little spinnerbait arm and put whatever blade you wanted to on there. But that's basically what he used. Little spinning reel. I didn't start him out with the spin cast. We went right to the spinning. Now, when we're doing a little bluegill fishing, when he was younger, we did use spin cast. But bass fishing, when I took him out, we went right to spinning reels. Great bait to throw on beds. I do 0 bed fishing with water clarity. I know a lot of guys like, white tubes or white craw, something that they can see. They're not really concerned about the right color for water conditions. They're just looking for what they can visually see. Not really what the bass wants, but I do believe dang near anything on the bed, no matter the color, is going to tick them off. But again, the white is what the angler can see the best. So just from guys that I know that bed fish, normally like a tube or, like I said, a craw, something like that. But yeah, I do 0 bed fishing. I can't say I've ever even seen, well, I'll take that back. I've seen a few on beds at the ponds and then the little lake or park lake that's by me. But the main lakes that I fish, I've never seen one bass on a bed with a water clarity. Yeah, Michael, I don't think the hook's too beefy in them. Yep. Ain't too beefy. You can see that there. Yeah, they got some nice features to them, so we'll go over that in another video, though. What's going on, Richard? How you doing, buddy? Richard, appreciate $5, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. Last shout out for the giveaway tonight. Then we'll pick a winner here in a couple minutes. A couple packs of Mustad football jigs. We got the Mustad bullet jig head, couple Z-Man cross-eye power finesse jigs, 2 of those there. Boyd Duckett jerk bait, and then the Ozuri 3DB lipless. That's tonight's giveaway. Let it run for a few more minutes, then we'll pick a winner. Is it bad to use 20, 30 pound braid line for fishing for, say, a bass or trout? I'm new and don't know if fish actually pay attention and just go for the lure. I'd say on moving baits, it's not a huge deal. But if you're going to be like fishing the bottom with clear water, you're definitely not going to want to use a straight braid. Now for trout, I actually was just talking to Phantom Fishing about this. I've been watching, you guys recommended Addicted Fishing for trout. And a lot of the times he has 20 pound and 30 pound braid spooled up for trout fishing, but that's really his main line. Majority of the time he's using a leader off that. So he does use braid, but again, not for the main line. But again, as far as bass fishing goes, yeah, no problem at all using 20 to 30 pound braid. I use straight braid on my spinning reels, even when I'm fishing a shaky head in that muddier water, because I don't feel they can see it anyway. So I either use that or I use straight fluorocarbon. Most guys these days are going braid to leader. I don't care for the extra connection knot, so I don't run leaders. I either run straight braid or straight fluorocarbon. But yeah, you definitely can use braid for sure. One more time, what brand of the small buzzbait in what brand of small buzzbait I'm absent middle. I'll write it down this time. The buzzbait that I showed earlier, this one here. This is the Jacob Wheeler Accent. I think it's Accent. You know, I probably got actually. This is the Finesse. This is the Finesse here, the smaller one. I don't know if you can even compare the two there. It ain't much bigger, if you guys can see that. It ain't much bigger. This is the standard. Here's the Finesse. Well, that's it. The Jacob Wheeler Signature Series and Accent. You can't really see here. The skirt's on the way. There it is. Accent is the brand. That's a pretty good spinnerbait. Spinnerbait. Pretty good buzzbait. A spinnerbait on the brain. I was talking about the new bluegill bait you had to throw on beds. New bluegill bait. New bluegill bait. New bluegill bait on beds. I don't know. All right, these two. We're talking about the two I showed as I was leaving earlier. New bait coming out from Biospawn. Check that out, man. Whoa! Another video. But new bed bait. I don't know. I ain't sure what you're talking about. Can't think of anything new I've got for bed fishing. When is a good time to use a wake bait? Probably, I think I've used it from springtime all the way to fall. I mean, really, till they stop biting it. I mean, you can, some wake baits will just stay on the surface. Some will come down a foot or so. But that also depends on line, too, and your rod position as well. But, yeah, I can fish a wake bait from spring all the way to fall. Now, I got quite a few videos on the channel, even in the heat of summer, catching them on wake baits. Maybe I wouldn't know which ones to tell you. The link down below for that. I'd even, I'm not sure, there were some of those were Trey Harple's THK at wake bait. They might be under that. But there's a few of those in videos as well. Catching them in the heat of the summer. You have any experience with cadence rods? I do not. Andy says, you're my favorite bass guy on YouTube. I've always wondered, who is your favorite? I guess I really have a favorite on YouTube. I watch quite a few guys. I mean, Gene Flickmaster is always going to be one of my favorites. He's an older dude like myself. You know, I've met Gene a few times. We fished together. We got videos together on both of our channels. Gene, he's just a good old boy. I mean, I'm sure that he portrays that in his videos, but if you meet Gene in person, he's just a good dude, and he's definitely one of my favorite guys to watch. But yeah, if you have channels, I'm not saying I don't like your channels as well. Just for talking favorite, Gene's just a good old boy. No problem fishing, Fat Man. Those new lipless look awesome. Hard to go wrong with the Biospawn. Yeah, man, they definitely look pretty dang sick. I'm not even 100% sure I'm even should even be showing them to you guys. But what the heck? I've already shown them to you once. Might as well just take one out here and just give you a quick little glance. Be honest, this is the first time I've had one out of the package. I got them in the other day. But they are sick looking for sure. So you've got the little snake there under the nose there. I like that oval split ring. Nice job. Hey, that's pretty wicked looking. That's neat. You guys weren't supposed to see them. You didn't see them here, all right? I won't say nothing either. It should be coming out soon, hopefully, though. Please post the links to the wake baits for the THKO ones that I use or the actual video. Yeah, James, those are the new Biospawn hard baits. THKO wake bait colors, wake bait review. I got other videos, though, that are not a review, tossing those wake baits. Yeah, I use 6 cents from time to time. I do, man. It's a nice looking bait. Like I said, this is the first time I had it out of the package. It is a nice looking bait. The finish is like flawless on it. This is a killer looking design, too. It's pretty wicked, man. Hopefully they got these in red, which I'm sure they do. I mean, a red lipless in the spring is tough to beat, so I'm sure they got those in red. Well, Richard said, I've been waiting for the Rattlebot to come out. They look cool. Was that a mega bass or jackall buzzbait you caught that big girl on last summer? Had to be a mega bass because I don't own a jackall. The two bigger bass that I caught on buzzbaits was either the Jamaica Boa or the Jacob Wheeler Accent buzzbait. You know, the older wiggle warts, I don't really toss them, to be honest. A lot of guys do that for like Ozarks, and you always hear the guys talking about the Ozarks throwing those wiggle warts. But yeah, I don't really toss them. I do not. I have a couple of the older ones, but I hardly ever toss them. I got a lot of the newer ones. Who makes those now? Storm or Paula or whatever. But yeah, the older ones, yeah, I don't have many. It's crazy for what some of those go for, though. Jacob says, I'll keep quiet about the new bait, but I'm going to need a couple. I need a couple more as well. Plan on getting the new Steve or the new Zillion or the Steve's Limited. I don't know. Good question. I may get the Zillion. Trying to think, the newest Zillion that I have is probably the Zillion SV that came out probably a couple years ago. I know there's a newer Zillion out. I guess not the newest one out, but isn't there like a 10-to-1 Zillion out as well? Steves are nice, man. Of course, if I had the money, I'd have a Steves on every rod. Those Steves are nice. But again, that being said, like I said in the video, Steves is nice, but if you're looking for casting distance and you don't want to spend $500, check out the Tattoo Elite. I mean, it's a casting reel, man. TJ81, what do you think about the Plano Edge terminal boxes? Worth a peek? For sure, man. Didn't you guys see the video? Where's it even at? Did you see the video, Matt? We already have the 3600 terminal all loaded up. I got a video on that. Don't be a slacker, Matt. Check it out, dude. Are you going to make a Bass Master Fantasy group? Yeah, he thinks I'm going to. I don't know. I might have to do that. It'd be fun. Most expensive lure you have? Probably Vision 110, I guess, $25. Do you throw a trailer? Yeah, because to be honest, most of my buzz baits, where's it even at? Like here's one here, a little Bifflebug Junior. Majority of my buzz baits, I don't run with a skirt. So I always have a trailer on there. This is a little Bifflebug Junior. I like the small little ribbit frogs. But yeah, those will probably be my main two that I use. The Bifflebug or a frog. But the real small ribbit frogs, though. Brad's Wigglers are almost the same as a Wiggle Warts, just have a fully painted bill. Gotcha. Oh, okay. I've seen them before then. Steve, yeah, I'll have to change the majority of my tackle selection if I get down in some deep, clear water. That's for sure. First 20-to-1 reel. Waffy wasn't quick enough to pull Joe's question. I didn't see that one. Favorite. She wouldn't pull it. She could use the new reels too. Favorite 6-inch Texas Cinco setup and color. Favorite 6-inch Cinco. I don't throw a 6 too often. I mainly throw a 5. But I actually say all that in my video on when I review the Guggensoft plastics. In that video, I go over my setup. If you want to watch that, babe, link that down below. But a 7-footer or a 7.3, either one will work. Medium, heavy, fast. I normally run either 12 to 15 pound fluorocarbon and then 4 to 5 size. You can go with EWG or you can go with like the Mustads that I use. They have a bit bigger gap to them with the round bent offset that they offer. I mean, there's two different styles they offer. I use the one with the bigger gaps, the longer shank, longer neck on it. but either that style of hook or an EWG. There is the Plano Edge Terminal box. Robert, hey TG1, any updates on Wiley X discount? I'm curious and open to try them out. Also, any model recommendations? I've owned a couple of sub $50 sunglasses. I'd be honest, man. I'll try to have them down here. Yeah, I run the Boss. Okay. And the main reason I only run the Boss, if you guys can see, okay, if you look down here, there's hardly any gaps here. And I can't even fit my fingers here. I mean, these like fit my face like to a T. But when I first started working with them years ago, they sent me a bunch of glasses. And this is the only one that fit. But it fits so perfect. I mean, for me, there's really no reason to try out any other frame from them because this one fits me just perfect. It wraps all the way around my face. I mean, no light gets in there. I mean, these fit really, really well. But and again, that's the Boss frame. And this Italian nose here is what always gives me problems with glasses. It's kind of funny. Before I was wearing Wiley X, I was wearing Solar Bats. And on all the glasses they offered as well, there was only one pair that would fit me as well. I think it was like their double XL version. Then they discontinued those for whatever reason. So that's why I kind of left them, or stopped using them. But as far as discount code goes, babe, if you can remember this, remind me to do that actually. Tomorrow morning, we'll email them and ask them when that code is coming. So I'm Robert. Just keep in touch, dude. Like I said, always keep a lookout at the description of my videos. I always put all my discount codes down there. But like I said, as soon as I get it, I'll add it down there. And I'll definitely mention that in the stream as well. As soon as I get the code, I'll let you guys know for sure. But I'm working on a code. I know for sure I'm getting that code. You guys know I got you guys Mustad, 20% off over at Mustad using code TJ81. Got you guys one for Grande Bass. That one's 25% off. I'm working on Lure Net for you guys as well. That's where I get all my bomber square A's. So like I said, I'm trying to get more discount codes for you guys. What bag are you putting those Plano boxes in? I don't think they're going to fit in my PC phone. It's very similar to your PC phone. It's an Ego backpack. If it's the style that I'm thinking of that you have, it's this style here. But yeah, this down here will hold. It'll hold 4 boxes there. If you guys can see that. And that's where we'll put the 4 edge boxes right there. We'll go over everything when I pack it all up. Like I said, the Saturday's video will be on jigs. And then I need to do one on all the soft plastics I'm going to pack. And then we'll do another video actually packing the bag and then loading it all up with tools. So you guys got 3 more videos coming out to you guys on the pond series. And then I'm going to start remaking a lot of videos as well for beginner type stuff. I'm going to put everything in a playlist. Once all our tackle is packed, then we'll do videos on beginner rods and reels, lines, spooling, all that kind of stuff. I have a lot of older videos on this stuff, but a lot of guys just don't go back and search the videos. So I'm going to put out a lot of updated videos on like beginner type stuff. So something else you guys can look forward to this coming year, or this year, I should say. Is spinning rod and reel good for an 11-year-old kid to start, or would you recommend? Yeah, I would definitely go that route versus like a spin cast. I mean, like I said, I started my 3-year-old out with a spinning reel. But yeah, I would definitely go with the spinning over a spin cast. And to be honest with you, I mean, a bait caster, I know they're intimidating, but if you'd watch my videos, especially the one I got both my boys, and I'm teaching them how to throw a bait caster. If you set it up how I set it up for the beginner, I mean, you're not going to backlash. I mean, obviously, if you smack a tree or smack the ground, okay, well, then you're going to blow the reel up. But for the most part, just casting, you're not going to blow the reel up, okay? But I would, oh, man, I didn't realize Wi-Fi. Has this stream been shaky at all? I just realized I'm not on Wi-Fi. It did cut out on me, though, which is good. Dang it. But yeah, I would definitely look into a spinning combo. Link the bank angler box next. Series budget angler in a boat, rods, tackle, boat accessories, electronics. Oh, you like the bank angler box. All right. Very cool. Bill, what's the bait holders you use when you stop storing your rods with a bait on it? Okay, let me go get one real fast. Actually, just got a new shipment of these in. These are the bait sacks. Bait sack Calco's Fishing. All right. Little clip there on your rod. Pop it off. Okay. So you're going to fish. Squeeze the sack. Pull the lure out. When you're done fishing, put the lure away. Clip it back on the rod. It's that simple. All right. No more tangles, no more hooks on your seats, in your carpet, whatever. Great way to store your baits on your rod. Okay. Again, that's Calco's Fishing, the bait sack. They have them in the small, which I use a small for pretty much all my things, even like bigger top waters. I don't care if the head sticks out. I just want the hooks to be contained in the bait sack. But they have a small, they have a, actually, do I have them over there? I do. Hold on. I'll show you all the sizes. Hold on. That's the small. Here is a medium. Well, side-by-side comparison here. So here's a small. There's a medium. Okay. And then here is a large. So much bigger there compared to the small. All right. So again, square bills, spinner baits, really whatever. I mean, you can even put soft plastics in them if you want. These are great for majority of your things, majority of your baits. When you get up to bigger spinner baits, smaller A rigs, bigger swim baits, you can go to the medium. And then, like I said, the real big swim baits, bigger A rigs and all that, you can go here to, you can go here to the large. Okay. Great for the big A rigs, though, and the bigger swim baits. But yeah, you guys can use code TJ81 over there to get you guys 15% off. That's over there at Calco's Fishing. I can afford to buy whatever tackle I want, and I'm thankful for that. But legit, my favorite baitcaster is Arbu Garcia Red Max. It's cool, very cool. Michael, I paint the new Liga Awards and sell them online as originals for $5,000 a pop. What kind of sunblock do I use for that bald head? I don't even remember the name of it. Reeler's Shield is what I use. To be honest, a Reeler's Shield. Superline hooks, I don't use too many of them. I mean, I still use like a straight shank flipping hook, which is, it's a thicker wire, but I don't believe it's like as thick as a Superline. Now, the ones that I use, they also have a step up, which is like I guess you could call them Superline. I think there's actually a few more, even in that series, depending on the cover and type of fish that you're targeting. But I would say I use them, but I don't use the thicker ones. But I still prefer a lighter wire hook. It's much easier penetration versus that bigger hook. Phantom Fishing just made a Bassmaster Fantasy group. Yankin Tanks. I like that. Password Phantom. Guys, go join Phantom's group. Yankin Tanks. Password Phantom. Jim, pick a team, bro. Difference between $50 and $250 sunglasses. I am going to do a video on that. Majority is going to be the lenses themselves, what they're made out of. I mean, there's videos on Wiley X or on YouTube. I'm not sure if there really is a Wiley X channel, but just how like shatterproof these lenses are. But just the overall build quality of the glasses. The lens, what they're made out of, either a glass or, to be honest, I don't even know what material this is here. I'm sure it's some sort of plastic or whatnot. I really don't know the exact material it's made out of. But again, you can get glass in some brands as well. But like I said, the overall build quality of the glasses and really what the lenses are made out of and the color options as well. But I will be doing a video on glasses, so stay tuned on that one. No problem, Doug. Yeah, I got the camo one you had. Yeah, then you should have no problem fitting those boxes in there. Let us know about that sunglasses code. I need some. Rocking $12 Walgreens. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll hit them up, babe. Remind me to hit them up tomorrow morning or if you're not doing it right now, get that email going and we'll get that code for these guys. That's what Aaron says too. Plastic lens versus glass. I don't believe, I could be wrong. I don't believe Wiley X has a glass lens, but I could be wrong on that. Brian K came over from Devo's fishing suggestion. I can't wait for the upcoming videos. Appreciate you tuning in, Brian. Stream looks good. Yeah, hopefully the stream was good, guys. Like I said, I was really rushed to even get home to get the stream going, and I guess I forgot to see if I was on Wi-Fi. It was not, so hopefully the stream wasn't too in and out. Sometimes when I'm on Wi-Fi, though, I get kicked off. So I didn't get kicked off all night, so that's a good thing, I guess. Do you drop shot? Would those bait sacks work with that? Johnson, for a drop shot? Hold on one second. Let me grab one. Give me 1 second. Here's what they offer for a drop shot. These are the little Cali clips. Okay, I'll show you guys real fast. Again, you guys can use code TJ81 over there at Aftco Fishing. Save 15%. But what you do with these, now this is a cranking rod. It's got a full handle here, but some rods, if they have a split grip, you can put these down below the handle or above. But you get 3 different colors in here, which are 3 different sizes. The black being the biggest, the yellow being the smallest. And we got a red one here. What you'll see here, you just pop it on the rod like so. Okay, so there's a little hook holder in there like that, right there. So you can put your hook in there if you'd like. You can run your weight, like if you're on a drop shot and your hook is up the line and you got your weight dangling here. There's a little slice right there, a little slot. If you guys can see that, so you can just run your line in that little slot like so. Tighten up the line, and then the weight will be to the bottom there of the clip. But again, you can use it for a drop shot, or you can just use it just for your standard hook hanger, and there's a hole right there. So even just your Texas rig too, you can do the same thing. If you have a Texas rig and you don't want to take the hook out of the plastic, you can just drape your line in that little deal right there, tighten up the handle there to where the weight is at the bottom of the little clip here. It's not going to come out. And like I said, you don't have to take the hook out of your plastic. So it just depends on the type of hook hanger you have on your rod to start with. Yeah, these are the little Cali clips from Calco's Fishing. Okay. George Lawn Service 123. There's your shout out. Stream has been flawless. Okay, cool. Steve, watched one of your earlier videos about jigs. Went out and bought a bunch of Bass Pro tungsten 3/8 jigs. The bass are loving them. Very cool. No problem at all. Very cool. Break easier, better visibility, scratch resistant. I'm assuming you're talking about sunglasses. Yep. Again, I'm going to go over a video on that, so you guys can just hold off to that. But again, when I get that code for you guys, maybe I can even mention that in the video as well. But I think what I'm going to do is when I pack the pond bag, we're going to go over sunglasses as well, why I wear the Wiley X, and different features that they offer. So stick around for the pond packing bag, and we'll go over the sunglasses as well. We used Wiley X when I was in Iraq. They are great, for sure. Cap. What cap that I have? I have an ARE cap on there. I had a Lear cap to start with. That was a freaking disaster. And the ARE cap wasn't much better when it came in damaged as well. I don't want to go into that whole story. But Lear was like zero help on their customer service. So much that the owner of the shop that I went to just said, heck with it. He's just going to take the cap back and deal with Lear on his own and get me an ARE. That's how big of a pain in the butt Lear was to deal with on a cap that came in damaged. But yeah, as of right now, I have on an ARE cap. Like the Mondo Optics. Isaac, yeah, we're still here, man. We're pushing 2 hours. About 9:30, I'm assuming. So I probably need to get off here in a few minutes. Babe, please put bait bag keepers link. Oh, there it is right there. There's Calco's Fishing. And code TJ81 gets you guys 15% off. And like I said, they're called the bait sack and the Cali clip. Bait sack, Cali clip. They have a lot of stuff on there as well. The battle box they have on there. A lot of tournament gear as far as like calling system, the rod mule. What else they got on there? Calling system, rod mule, a weigh-in bag. They even have swim baits on there as well. No problem, Jonathan. Hey guys, use that code. Get you some. And I don't make anything on that code. That code's for you guys, but it's 15% off over there at Cal Coast Fishing. I use the Renegade glasses. I got them for 25 bucks, I think. Decent, cheap, polarized glasses. Thank you, George. Appreciate it, buddy. I used to rock the Oakleys, but I tried out some Costas. I never go back. I'll take a glass lens over plastic every day of the week and twice on Sunday. And you just got a different pair of the Fish Monkey gloves with your code. How recently did you use that code? I thought that code was supposed to expire at the end of the year. Was it still 20% off? Still working for you, Andy? Biospawn just shared a pic of B-Lat with the bass he caught on the bottom. Okay, so we can talk about it. Very cool. They don't really sell fake warts. Just going on that. Been a joker tonight. I got you, man. Fish Monkey gloves are fantastic, and it's great too, really. If anything fails on those gloves, even after you use them for a while, if the seam comes open or whatever, they back that 100%. You just got to get a hold of them, and they will send you another pair of gloves. So definitely check out the Fish Monkey. I'm assuming the Fish Monkey glove code is still active. If Andy he said 2 weeks ago it worked. 2 weeks ago, we'd still be in 2021, or 2021. So maybe they didn't take that code down yet. That code was supposed to expire into the year last year, and the code moving forward was supposed to be like a free bag with whatever purchase price. But I'm assuming the 20% code is still working. So if you guys want a pair of Fish Monkey gloves, now is the time to do it, because that code should expire anytime. Two of the Plano boxes, the winners, those have already been shipped out. I have not picked the winner for the third box yet. I don't know that offhand who won. I think Brian Mathers won one of those. That name is coming to mind. I don't remember the other one, but I always put a comment, or I pin a comment on in the comment section for the winner. So if you guys want to see who won, you can look back at the comments. Yep, love the rod mule for sure. All right, George. And it looks like 2 hours, 2 minutes. We are caught up, babe. Can you pick us a winner for the giveaway? And then we'll get off here. I've been waiting for the rod mule to come back in stock for a hot minute now. They made a post. I think he got them in. And quality, I guess the overall quality of them was terrible. I think he sent them back. I think he made that post on. Could have been on Instagram or Facebook. But yeah, they were in. But I guess the quality was just too bad of them. So he sent them back. So I'm not sure when the next batch will be in. Saw craw, yeah. That's a good one for sure. I like the saw craw for 10,000 fish. Good price on it too. And do I have some of those hanging up over here? I don't think so. There's another one too from Carl. It's called the I think it's called the Hoss craw. That's another good one. So guys, yeah, we got another cold day tomorrow here. Actually, today was nice though. Cold day tomorrow. What's your guys' weather looking like this weekend? I got to work the weekend, so I won't be doing anything. But you can get them at Dick's Sporting Goods for the rod. Oh, the rod mule at Dick's Sporting Goods. Very cool. I'm sure probably Amazon might have them as well. I thought for a while they were being sold on there. All right, Michael. Appreciate you, buddy. I'm in Chicago. It's ugly. I can imagine. If you know Shop Carl's will carry more styles with the edge boxes. I got their smaller 3600 box for backpacks. For a while there, they were carrying a handful of different boxes, Mike or Matt. I thought they had at one time. I thought they had the 3700 series. I thought they had the deep 3700 series, and I thought they had the crankbait box as well. But it could just be too that they still carry those, that they're just not in stock right now. Because I have an order in for Plano that I made about a month and a half ago, and I'm still waiting on that. So I know they're pretty backed up in the warehouse with COVID and all that. I mean, what's happening with a lot of these companies is they're still trying to work, but more people that get COVID leaves them short-handed in the warehouses, so it just takes longer to get things out. So that's kind of what's going on with majority of the shipping issues. Favorite bluegill color, Kai-Tech. I'm not gonna. A lot of guys say bluegill flash. To me, that looks like a shad, but I'm gonna say I like the orange in the Pro Staff special color. I'm gonna go with that one. And I like the what's it called? Something sunfish. No. What's that one called? Dang it. It ain't bluegill fire. That's 6 cents. There's another one from them. It's bluegill something. And I can't think of it offhand. But the Pro Staff special, that was discontinued for a little while. The other one I just cannot think of. My Brownies are out of the playoffs now, so I'll get my Sundays back. That's cool. I don't watch many sports here. It's 26 up here in Michigan. Cabela's have most of the 3,700 boxes. Rain tomorrow. South Georgia's supposed to be nice after that. Fingers crossed. Got a tournament on Lake Seminole. Very cool. Walt, baby, if you can link that bait sack video, please do that. I mean, I talk about what you can put in each bait sack in that video. Actually, I do believe that video even could be on the Cal Coast Fishing website. But I mean, majority of what I use is the small. This is the small size here. And they have them tinted. They have them in there where they're all black. If you're a tournament fisherman, you don't want people to see what you're throwing. They do have them in like solid black as well. I always get the clear. But I mean, for your 1.5 or even your real small crankbaits up to your big deep divers and all that, you can use the small. Like I said, the medium and the large, these would be for bigger swim baits, maybe some spinner baits in the medium. For the most part, I'm going to say bigger swim baits, A-rigs, things like that. So just your standard size baits, I go with the small. And like here, like this is like a 1 ounce spook. This is a big spook right here. Okay. Some guys may reach for the medium. I still put it, in the small. All I'm worried about is containing the hooks. I don't care that the head's sticking out. As long as the hooks are in the sack, that's all I care about. So for the most part, I just use the smalls here. But if you want to put, a bait this size in the medium, you could. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to put like a 1.5 in the medium or like a 1.5 in the large. I mean, these are made for bigger baits. So I think the one that everyone's going to use the most is going to be the small. Like I said, this is a 1 ounce spook fitting just fine. So any of your jerk baits, top waters, crankbaits, whatever, is going to be just fine in the small. Like I said, they come with 2 different clips. Where are they at here? They come with, what do I do with it? They come with 2 different clips here, depending on your rod blank size, so you can swap out the clips. I want to say there's actually 3, but you'll get a different size in this one here because majority of the baits you're going to be tossing with this are going to be on a much bigger rod. So I do believe they give you like the black clip. Is it a black clip? It could be a black clip for these and a red. And I think for these smaller ones, you get like a black and a yellow, or take it back, a red and a yellow. It just depends on the size of the blank that you're using there, which one you're going to pick. So just pick whatever one fits well. You don't want it on there too tight, but you don't want it on there too loose to where it's spinning around on you. Or this red one here, fits the Akuma rods really well. It's on there. It's not spinning around. It's pretty secure. So, yeah, code over there, TJD1, get you guys 15% off. Could be Sungill. I think Sungill is it. What do you think is better, chatterbaits or swim jigs? Now, it really depends on the fish, whatever the fish want. I mean, I like a chatterbait in colder water. I like a swim jig. Basically, anytime that I want to toss a spinnerbait, but I don't need the flash, I'll go with the swim jig. I probably like fishing a swim jig better than a chatterbait. Robert, I don't watch any sports, buddy. Oh, looks like I just lost you. You guys still there? Just got in. One good thing is I will rewatch as soon as I can to catch up on your great content. By the way, Shimano 2021 release will be out after the 12th. Fantastic show. Very cool. Congratulations, Bob Davis. You are tonight's Super Chat winner. Please message us on Instagram or Facebook or email me in the description, and I'll get that right out to you. You found on the site? No problem. Yeah, you use that code, man. Save a few bucks. Congrats to Bob. There you go, dude. What I'll do, I'll send you an email for sure, buddy, and I'll get that shipped out to you. It does suck, man. First, it was Black Shad, then it was Sungill, or no, it wasn't Black Shad. It was Black Shad, then it was the Pro Staff Special, but they did bring both of those back for a little while. I haven't looked here recently if they're still there, but there was a short time that they did bring those back. No problem, Bob. I'll answer one more question, then I'm out of here. Robert, what would you be your top 5 search baits for all year around bass fishing? Search baits: spinnerbait, chatterbait, square bill, swim jig, standalone swim bait, like a 4.75 Exo Swim or 4.8 Kitech. That would be the 5th one there. Those bait sacks look much better than my handmade duct tape ones, but nowhere close to the price. That's for sure. Will you link where to get the bait sacks? Yeah, Alan, Calco's Fishing. There'll be a link down in the description. Calco's Fishing. Use code TJ81. Get you guys 15% off. What do you think of the Akuma spinning reels compared to the Revo? Haven't used the Revo, Philip, so I can't really say, buddy. But I mean, the Akuma ones that I use are pretty solid. I use the, I've used the RTX. I mainly use now the SX. The Inspira is solid as well. I just got in the new ITX. I already put that one away, but I do got a few more of those on order as well. But yeah, they're solid spinning reels for sure. Greatest fish story 4 months ago. Broke off 2 massive bass in the same day. And there is a Calco's Fishing link for 15% off. Use code TJ81. Guys, it's been like 2 hours and 12 minutes. I think my throat is dry, ready for some drink. Ready for some water. And we are going to call it a night. Tell you what, the last video for the box, I guess the boxes will be the jig box. That video should be up on Saturday. From there, we'll do soft plastics. Then we'll go ahead and pack the whole bag. So you guys have a few videos to look forward to. But you definitely remember Saturday, we'll have an upload for the 4th video of the series on my jig box. Real appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. It was an awesome stream. 2 hours, 12 minutes in, and we still have 76 people on here, which is fantastic. If you guys have not hit the thumbs up yet, please do so. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. We will see you guys on the next one.